education. Today we're going to be talking about forces. Forces are all around us and they shape the way objects move and interact with one another.
That's right, Ben. Forces are incredibly important in understanding the physical world. So let's start by defining what a force is. A force is a push or pull on an object that can cause it to accelerate, decelerate, or change direction.
So in order to demonstrate these forces, we have a simple experiment involving this bouncy ball right here. Watch closely as we explore all the different effects that forces can have on this bouncy ball's motion.
So when we drop the ball, it experiences a downward force due to the gravity. Gravity is the force that pulls objects towards the earth. It causes the ball to accelerate downward, gaining speed as it falls.
That's right. So let's examine what happens when we introduce another force into the equation. Watch closely. So when we stop the ball with our hand, we apply an upward force that opposes the gravity. This force is called the normal force, and it acts as a perpendicular force to the surface of the ball and prevents the ball from passing through the table or the floor.
So another force that can influence the ball's motion.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Now let's see another force that influences the ball's motion.
Go. So now we're going to introduce the force of friction. Friction is a force that opposes the relative motion between two surfaces in contact. In this case, the friction between the ball and the ground slows the ball's motion sideways, and eventually the ball comes to a stop.
Now let's try something different. Watch what happens to the ball when I apply it to a slingshot. So with the slingshot, we're now introducing a new force called applied force, and this force makes the ball go forward, causing it to accelerate in the direction of the applied force.
Like this. Now we should summarize what we've learned so far. So forces can cause objects to either accelerate, decelerate, or change direction. We've also observed the effects of gravity, the normal force, friction, and applied forces for this bouncy ball.
And it's also important to note that forces always come in pairs. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, which is Newton's third law.
Correct. If we're able to understand forces, we can help understand their effects in various fields across science, including engineering, sports, and even everyday life. And we hope this helped grasp that concept a little better.
All right, last, let's briefly touch upon a few more types of forces that are crucial in understanding the world.
Yep, so one significant force we encounter daily is electromagnetic force. This is the force that's responsible for interaction between different charged particles, like electrons, protons, and neutrons, and this actually plays a really important role in electricity and magnetism, and also a lot of devices we use daily, like phones and computers.
Another important force is tension force, and tension is a force transmitted through a string or rope or any flexible connector, and it's what keeps structures stable and allows objects to be suspended.
There's also frictional forces, which come in a lot of different forms. We've already seen how these forces can affect the movement of our bouncy ball by moving it on the table. It's also present in a lot of other practical applications, like car brakes or like just gripping an object like this cup.
Let's not forget about the force of air resistance or air drag, which is when an object moves through the air and the air molecules exert a force that opposes its motion. Air resistance can significantly impact the speed and trajectory of objects in motion.
And then last but not least, we have magnetism. Magnets can either attract or repel one another due to magnetic forces. And this force is really important in a lot of modern technologies like generators and motors, as well as MRI machines and types of different data storage.
So remember, forces are all around us, influencing the ways objects move, interact, and function. So by understanding these forces, we can better comprehend the workings of our universe.
That's right. So that brings us to the end of this video. We really hope you enjoyed, and we hope this was helpful in understanding forces and the role they play in modern life. Thank you.